Okay, I want to get something else done here. Right about the time that I was going to enter the Create the Future 2019 contest, the deadline was July 1st. Now, come the approach of the deadline hour, I had still not finished the model, so I decided I'll have to do a simpler model and just demonstrate the principle. So I did that, and it didn't work. So I went upstairs, I told Bertha, you know that thing I was working on, it didn't work. So I went to bed very depressed. I really hadn't succeeded. So the next morning I found out they had extended the deadline to 24 hours. So I really just about 24 hours, less than that even, to either solve this thing or consider it a failure going back quite a few years, because the initial inspiration for that tunnel would have been, you know, back in the 1990s even, or even earlier. Anyway, so by this time, I realized that the tunnel was making an epicyclic motion, which I had known for years it would be doing, and that basic idea worked. It always worked. But the thing was that the wheel was rotating, so I was actually had the thought, well, then the whole bulkhead has to rotate in a planetary motion, and the only way to do that I could see is if the whole wheel also did rotate or moved in a planetary motion. So I made bridge the gap from rotating to revolving or orbiting this. Instead of rotating around the center, it orbits the center. So in the meantime, Bertha falls out of bed. We go to the ER. They check her out. She's okay. We're getting ready to go home. And they said, or no, I think it was a little bit earlier than that. They said, asked us if we wanted juice. And I said, well, no, and then I changed my mind, and I figured I would try to demonstrate this thing while we're sitting there waiting, because I knew we would be there all day, or all night. We had already been there all night. So anyway, all I did was I put a little bit of cranberry juice in this very cup. I don't know if the video is a little bit strange on this. So you've probably done this if you had a drink and you had just a little bit of ice in the bottom and you just swish it like this. Okay, see the juice is on the bottom. Now it starts to climb up the walls. Now that is centrifugal force, even though it's produced by a different means. Now if you do that consistently enough, there's her little doggy. Here's a demo with a marble. I had not done this before, just about 10 minutes ago. I don't want to do this too fast. So just moving this in a planetary motion, this thing starts to really fly around the inside of this thing. Now the question is, can you do it in such a way that it will mimic the G-forces of a centrifuge? Because you're not going to be going this way, you're going to be going this way. Now if I really did this fast, the first time I did it, it flew right across the room. So that's the whole story. This juice demonstration, this is the actual cup I used, it's not the actual juice, but I demonstrated that at least in principle it could be done. Now whether it will actually be the same or whether we can use some of my other ideas with it, I don't know. But we've got a little doggy here supervising us. That's Roxy. And we have our model, and I'm going to keep working on this. I've got to attach the bearing to this, and then after this one's ready, attach it to this. and we'll see what happens. But that'll probably take me a good day to get all that done. So until then, happy space travel. Happy space travel, Roxy. No?